We have a little bit of a dreary start to the day. You can see why behind me here on Storm Tracker 4's live red sweep. If you haven't stepped out the door yet, you want to make sure that you have a hooded rain jacket or an umbrella with you, especially north of the city where we have those sprinkles and showers. The rip current risk is low at our Jersey Shore beaches. The waves are going to be about 3 feet, but the Long Island beaches do have a moderate risk for rip currents. So you always want to swim at a beach that has lifeguards anyway. A cold front is on the way, and we're finally going to see temperatures below average for this time of year. In Pittsburgh, a high of 71, 13 degrees below average. Cooler in Cincinnati and St. Louis as well. Milwaukee, also cooler than average temperatures. This epicenter was about 7 miles to the north of the city center of Anchorage, so very close to building structures, a lot of infrastructure as well. So that's the main concern moving forward. Here's a better look at that epicenter. You can see that there is a waterway in between, but we are out of the main danger zone for a tsunami. If your travel plans today include hitting the beach, you are in luck. The weather is going to be fantastic for that. Anything you want to do outside today, just make sure you have plenty of sunscreen on hand. A quick look at a high temperature forecast for the next 5 days shows that we will be climbing back to around 90 degrees by the start of next week. So we could add to this list of 90-degree days that we have had so far this year in Central Park. In a typical July, we only get 6, and we've already had 8, so looks like we could be further adding to that number. Right now it's 70 degrees in Bating Hollow, but a little bit closer to those Atlantic-facing waters. We have 64 degrees in Hampton Bays, only 59 right now in East Hampton. It's 71 still in Central Park, and notice those temperatures north and west of town are in the upper 50s because of that cooler and drier air mass that moved in during the overnight hours. Now live Storm Tracker 4 is pretty much in the clear. This debris that you see near the radar site could have a couple raindrops in it as well. We did see a tiny little cluster of showers move through northwestern New Jersey earlier on this morning. But for the most part, it's just clouds breaking for sunshine. By about 9-10 a.m., we're already just completely sunny. It's 80 degrees by noon, and our afternoon high will be 86 degrees in Midtown, 82 in Long Branch, 79 in Monticello and Port Jervis, 83 degrees in Bridgeport, with a nice north breeze of 5 to 10 miles per hour, continuing to bring in that lower humidity. So that'll lead to a really pleasant night with a low of 60 in Warwick and New Paltz, 62 in Franklin, 66 in Belmar, 68 in Brentwood, and 69 degrees in Midtown. Light winds overnight tonight helping to drop those temperatures as well as the clear sky. And in the exclusive 10-day forecast, the sky is going to stay clear on Friday as well. The heat and humidity start to increase this weekend, especially on Sunday with a high near 90, and will stay in the low 90s on Monday and Tuesday as well. All right, it's going to get a little bit messy as we head further along into the weekend. Right now, it's just chilly out there and nothing to report on Storm Tracker 4. Taking a lightning outside and not a single drop out there right now. In fact, we have lots of sunshine out there in the tri-state. But as I widen the picture, you can see that approaching system. Lots of high, thin clouds will make their way toward us tomorrow. And then the first rounds of rain approach in the afternoon. So here are our weather headlines. Overnight tonight, the winds are going to start to diminish. That's not going to cool things down too much overnight, though, because of that approaching cloud cover. Temperatures are going to remain on the milder side, but the clouds will be very thick on Saturday, and then the showers move in the afternoon. Sunday is a day with gusty winds. In fact, the potential for damaging winds in the forecast on Sunday, especially in the morning. Local airports are doing okay, except for Newark right now with that sustained northwest wind at 16 miles per hour. It's that westerly component that shuts down some of the runways at Newark. Temperatures are cooler than average, but not too cool. 43 degrees in White Plains and in the city, 43 in Morristown as well. It's 34 in Monticello and 45 in Poughkeepsie. As I widen this view, you can see that colder air making its approach, though. It's 38 in Detroit, 39 in Dayton, 38 in Pittsburgh. So nothing too bone-chilling on the way, but we will see a cool down behind that frontal passage. So this evening, temperatures stay in the 40s. Even after midnight, we're still in the low 40s. That increase in cloud cover, plus a wind shift to the south, is going to help to keep our temperatures from dropping off too much. Our low tonight, 38 degrees. So pretty typical for this time of year. Then tomorrow, we'll reach a high of 55, and those showers move in the afternoon. We're also going to see an increase in winds once again. So we get a brief reprieve from the winds during the overnight tonight, and then more winds will move in Saturday afternoon. Saturday morning, we're still dry, but on Future Tracker, you can see those first bands of showers making their approach by noon. Could have some rain in New Jersey before the noontime hour, but most of this rain in the tri-state is in the afternoon. afternoon. And then check out the yellows and oranges showing up here on Future Tracker, even a little bit of orange here in that. And that is an indication of the potential for heavier rain during the late afternoon on Saturday through the evening hours. Overnight into Sunday, the rain starts to taper off and starts to become more just like bands of showers, but then the winds are going to pick up in earnest. And you can see that here on Future Tracker with the winds, looking at gusts around 25, 30 miles per hour overnight Saturday. And then by Sunday morning, we could have some winds gusting to around 40 miles per hour, especially on Long Island. So that's what we're going to see as we look ahead.